Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we have got issue 2 of Build the Ghostbusters Ecto-1. So now we're on issue 2, and yeah, we did issue 1 yesterday. That was very enjoyable. We got all the hood done. If you haven't seen that, make sure you go back and watch that. Today we're on issue 2, so let's take a look at what we're getting. In issue 2 we get all of these parts here, loads of parts in this one. We're going to be making all the headlights and the front grille. So let's move that out of the way and let's have a look in the magazine and see exactly what we're doing. There's all the parts on display there, and a massive parts list there. You get so many parts in this one. Yeah, so this shows you where we're going to be building, and obviously we're going to be attaching the front bumper to the grille, and then basically we're going to attach the sides on with some extra grille pieces, and then we're going to be attaching some lights onto that, and then we're going to be making our front lights. All the ones for the left hand side have L's on them, all the ones for the right hand side have R's on them, and then we're going to be attaching them to our final assembly just here. So yeah, looks like an action-packed episode. Could be quite daunting for some people, but just take your time and I'm sure we'll get through it. So let's get these parts open and start building. Okay, so once you've got over the first hurdle of actually getting all the parts out of the packaging, because they are well packaged, you're going to start off with this piece here, which is the front grille. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be attaching this section here to it, and you want the side with the two holes either side. On one side it's got two holes either side, and the other side it doesn't. So you want the side with the two holes either side facing up, away from this area here. So all that's going to do then is slot into here, like so, just like that. And now we need to turn this over, and we're going to be securing this on with a packet of AP screws, which is just here, AP screws. So we can now take these out. I'm going to need 3 of these at the moment, so I'll try and get them out and not spill them everywhere. That'll do. Alright, I'll secure this in. Put one straight in the middle first, just to hold it all in place. Just like that. Now we can put one in on either side. Put one in this side. These parts are both plastic, so you don't want to put too much strain on them by trying to bend them or anything. Just take your time and treat them a little bit delicately, because the last thing we want is to snap any of these parts. Just like that. And that is the first step complete. So next we're going to need to bring in these two sections here. These are one for either side. They are labelled L and R. So this one here has an R on it, just here. And this one has an L on it, just here. So first off, this one, which is O2D, is the left side. We're going to secure this onto here with AP screws. So we need to slot that on somehow. Which way up does it go? It goes this way at the bottom, so this side, just like that. It will slot in. So you want this section facing down again, slot in there. And now we're going to secure an AP screw just in the top here, in this one here, and this one here. So let's get that done. Let's get our first AP screw on. We're ready to hold this in place. Slot that in, back in there. Now we can put the first screw in. That one does not want to go in there. I've got it lined up alright, so it should fit in. There we go. I think it's biting now. Yeah. Screw that into place. That should hold it on for us now. So we're not going to be all gibbledy gobbledy trying to hold it while we're trying to screw it in. Let's get our next screw in. Just like that. One more screw just to go in this little hole here, and then we could move on to the other side, which is just here. Just like that, and that's what you should have after doing this section here. Something that looks a little like that. Very nice. Now we've got to do exactly the same with the other side, so I'll go ahead and do that. Okay, so once you've got the bumper done, what we need to do is we need to assemble the lights that go on the front. So we're going to need one of these tiny little pieces here, and this one has got R on it, and we're going to put one of these little LED cases just inside. How tiny are they? So now we just need to drop them in there, just like that. And now this has got two ways on it. The flat end is smooth, and the front has got like a oval lip on the front. So now we need to put this on two holes that we've got on the front of here. We now need to attach that to there. So we can drop that on there, trying to line it up, and we're going to need BP screws for this one. So we can grab ourselves a BP screw, holding that in the place and trying to get this in. Come on, there we go. Parts are so tiny, it's quite hard. There we go, there's one in. Now we just need the second one in. Screw that all the way down, just like that. And now we need to do is push the cap on top, just like that. And that's what you should have after that step. I'm going to repeat that process on the other side and get the other lamp on the other side. And once you've got them both on, this is what you should look like. You should have one on either side, just like that. Very cool. So now we're going to move on to assembling the lights. Now we're moving on to the lights, and I've got all the right hand section all laid out, all in a row here, and this is the order that we're going to start putting them together. So we're going to start off with this section here, and what we're going to do is this has got two pins, one either side, and they are different to the other side, so we can't really go wrong. And I'm going to start slotting these together by putting each section onto these two pins. Do be careful because they are plastic and we don't want to break them. Now we slot this one on, one by one, all the way down until we get to that, just like that. And now this is going to slot just into there, just like that. And that is our light complete. And we're going to secure this in the back with two AP screws at the top and a big long CP screw through the middle. So let's get that done now. So we already have AP screws here, so we could do them two first. It's going to hold everything together, stop it falling apart for us. That's one, and now the other one. Just like that. And now we'll put the big long CP screws. We'll get one of them out, and that's going to go straight down the middle. Just in there. So let's get that screwed in, and that's the first light done. Just like that. That's going to pull everything back, and that's what you should have after this section. This is the right hand section, so now I'm just going to go ahead and make the left hand section, and we'll have two lights. So when you've done both sides for the lights, this is what you should have: two parts enough identical to each other, and one's got L on the back, which is this one, and one's got R on the back, which is this one. So now all we need to do is we need to mount these to our front grille. So we're going to do this with BM screws. I've got a packet of BM screws right here. Now we can take these out and we can start fitting them. So load a BM screw up first. Let's fit the left hand side one, and we're going to secure that on top of there. There's 2 points that it goes on, and we're going to flip it over, and on the bottom is where the BM screws are going to go, straight through here. So I'll put one in, I'm just going to stick the other one in. I haven't done that one all the way down, as I want to make sure I can line this up. And let's get a second one in. I can screw that one all the way down, and the same with this side, just like that. And that's that side done. Now what you need to do is do exactly the same with the other side. So this is what it should look like once you've got both your lights attached on there. Now I did miss a stage at the beginning. I forgot to put these parts on, but we can do that now. That's not a problem. So these are directional. So as you will see, when you put them on, they do line up and give sort of a carry on this curved section here. So we want to carry that on. So we're going to secure this from the top with BP screws. We do have BP screws somewhere. Yes, right here. So now we can secure this on to here. So I'm going to hold this there like that. And now I'm going to secure this in. That's one screw in. I'll just do the other side in here. Just like that. And that is that grill on the side there. So now we're going to do exactly the same with the opposite side, and then that's this section complete. So we'll stick that on there, get a BP screw ready. This is going to carry on from there. So we're going to want to flip this back over, line up the screw holes, which is just there. And now we can put our screw just in there. Just like that. Last screw. And there we are. Now the issue is complete. We've got all the grills on just there and there. Yeah, so that's basically it, guys. So thank you for joining me. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, and also leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of the build so far. I'm really enjoying it so far. Also, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.